politics, business, sports, arts, music. Mike and Marty on the beat. Mike and Marty. Mike and Marty on the beat. Mike and Marty. Mike and Marty on the beat. Mike and Marty.
Good morning, Bellows Falls and Keene, and welcome to the feed. It's Mike and Marty. Today we have Shelley Hawley with us, and we're going to be talking about Springfield Adult Daycare. But first, Marty with local events.
So, at the Bellows Falls Opera House is the final week of Wicked for Good. So, if you haven't had a chance to see it, then please this is your last chance. It's only there through the 9th. And I've heard it is good. It's wicked good.
Oh,
I know, I'm awful. Don't get me started. The classic movie is Meet Me in St. Louis, which was a Judy Garland classic. It's sponsored by Greater Falls Insurance. And just a little shout out reminder, because they actually posted and I remembered, but Popolo is open Popolo is open on Wednesday nights. So if you want to go to the classic movie, you can hit Popolo ahead of time. And it doesn't have to be a fancy meal. They have a really good burger. They have some flatbreads. They have salads. So you can have a more casual movie meal before the classic movie.
but then you won't have room for a triple up.
Well, that's for people that don't eat triple ups for dinner. But it's true. Then it is harder to do the triple up. So I guess pick your poison,
That's
right?
right.
So Thursday night this week, I've got a whole bevy of things that are coming up that are holiday related I'm going to share with you. And the first one is at the Bellows Falls Opera House tomorrow evening is the Bellows Follies. It is a collaborative effort of Wild Goose Players and the Rotary Club of Bellows Falls. It is a fundraiser. Tickets are only $10 to get in the door for an evening of entertainment of songs and skits and
dances.
And dances, perhaps, by the Bellows
By
Falls Rotary
Marty.
Club. Well, not just me, the whole club. So mark it on your calendar. Please try to come. There's a lot of silent auction items. There'll be some live auction items. Again, it's a fundraiser. So that's the first big, exciting thing happening this weekend. And then on Saturday in the town of Saxton's River, they're doing their Yule Fest, which I think has become their tradition, their traditional thing.
yeah.
They do tree lighting. They're doing it in coordination with Main Street Arts this year, which I think they always kind of have done that too, but more so this year. There's some singing. There's tree lighting with Santa. There's cookies and cocoa at 24 Main, which is kind of their big gathering. And then the evening finishes off with a concert at 24 Main from a jazz trio from Vermont Academy.
Wow, nice.
So very exciting. So that's on Sunday. And then on Saturday, I don't know if this is a new event or I just didn't know about it, but Grafton is doing a village holiday festival.
Wow.
I know it's kind
Yeah,
of
it's
kind
sort
of
of a
cool
neat
that each little
tradition that
town
each
is
little
kind
town.
of coming up and doing their thing. So that's on Saturday from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. And that includes the shops will be open in Grafton. There's actually a dog parade.
Oh, nice.
I think you should enter Rosie.
Oh.
There's a dog parade at 11:15. At 11:30, there'll be Santa will be at the library. And then the Nature Museum will be doing some things. There'll be food options at the Grafton Tavern, Phelps Barn. They're having music that evening in the Phelps Barn. So kind of a whole day of family events in Grafton. And I think, that's it. That's all I have. The next slides are for later on when Shelley starts talking.
Hi, Shelley.
Hi.
Welcome.
Thank
Welcome to
you.
the show.
Thank you.
Tell us a little bit about yourself. Are you a Vermonter born and raised, or?
New Hampshire. I grew up in Enfield, New Hampshire.
Oh, neat.
On Mascoma Lake. And met my husband in 91.
Mm-hmm.
And we got married, and I've been in Vermont ever since.
Well, that's good.
Yeah.
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 So what brought you to Springfield Hospital then?
I was a late bloomer. I got my LNA, licensed nursing assistant, when I was 50.
Wow, really? That's
Yep.
great.
Yep, and I was one of two that were older in the class, and her and I are the only ones that passed it.
Well, there you go. That's
know.
great. Yeah.
So I started, my very first licensed job was at the hospital in the emergency room in 2014.
Wow.
And I stayed there for a while, and then I ended up moving over to Adult Day, and I've been there since 2017
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
And you just became director, or?
in June.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
great.
In June, I've kind of worked hard, worked my way up, and the previous director thought that I should apply, and
Mm-hmm. And here you
Here
are
I am.
today. Well, great. Congratulations.
thank you.
So tell us a little bit about the Adult Day program. What exactly is it?
We are a community-based service, non-residential. People come either for a couple hours, 1 hour, 4 hours.
Oh, I didn't realize there was that component. Oh, okay.
Yep, we can be open 9 hours a day if we have a need to be open until 4:30, but that is a possibility. We offer a lot of things. Medical oversight, for one. We have 2 registered nurses who are wonderful, and they can take care of any medical needs, including medications that need to be given. We have 3 registered LNAs, an activities director, some volunteers, myself, and another office person.
Wow.
And we provide services for people that may be isolated, have a mental disability or a physical disability.
What does the age range tend to be? I mean,
18 to 100.
really? Oh, that's amazing.
Yeah, actually, the minute you said 18, I'm like, well, yeah, because it's called, you call it
Yeah,
Adult Day, so
Yeah.
that makes
Yeah,
100%
yeah.
sense. That's awesome. I think I have some pictures. So I was just going to show some pictures of some of the fun things that you all do. So that I'm assuming there was a big Halloween celebration.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
That's great.
Definitely, folks, we're getting into Halloween. And then this is the one I really wanted to get to because this is
Yeah.
the one that says Springfield Area Adult Day Services, a home away from home.
And that
So-
is true. We all love working there. My whole team is wonderful. And we are all there for the right reasons, and that's to take care of the people that come
Yes.
and give respite to caregivers. I often say we're the bridge between home and nursing home.
And that's an
Yeah.
important bridge. It
It
really is. I would assume, this is just an assumption on my behalf, but I would assume because you are the bridge, that possibly people can stay in their homes longer with the
Exactly.
services that you
And be-
offer before they have to go to the nursing home.
Yep, the goal is to keep them as independent as possible, and in the community. So it's a much needed service.
But I hear that you actually are under capacity right now, which is fascinating
Yeah.
to me, considering the things that you
need,
offer
yeah,
and the
yeah.
need that people just aren't aware. So maybe walk us through how someone would apply and how someone would get their elder or their non-elder, their adult, let's say adult, not necessarily elder, into your program.
Well, we are located at 266 River Street in Springfield, and that is right next door to the Springfield Pharmacy. A person, if they're interested, they can just come to the door and our nurses can talk to them, or they could call. Our phone number is 802-885-9881. Sometimes we hear of people that want to come through other agencies in the community, like Senior Solutions. So that's another way.
Does
And do
Valley
you get
Cares
referrals
navigate
from,
that
like-
at all? Sorry, does Valley
Oh.
Cares help navigate that as
They
well?
certainly can.
Okay,
Yep.
sorry.
No, I was wondering about if you get from primary care physicians, do you get referrals that way?
We do.
Yeah.
We do. And we have been working hard to get forms, information out
Mm-hmm.
to doctors, to agencies, senior centers.
That's another good.
Yeah.
And you have, so I'm just thinking of barriers that people might be throwing up if they're watching and saying, well, that's not going to work because how am I going to get my person there? I think you have that covered, correct?
We do. We use the mover for transportation, and they cover Windsor County and Windham County. So that's one option. Unfortunately, they do not go to New Hampshire. So if somebody wanted to come from New Hampshire, they would have to
Provide their own transportation.
But they
Yeah.
could definitely come
Mhm.
if that wasn't an obstacle for them.
And then how does payment work?
Well, we accept Medicaid, Vermont Medicaid. I'm working on trying to be able to accept New Hampshire Medicaid. But for right now, it's Vermont Medicaid or private pay. And there might be some other options in there as well. But the nurses can explain all of that and give you paperwork to fill out. And then
Is there an evaluation process or?
we ask for permission to get medical records. So in order to come to Adult Day, you have to have two medical reasons.
Oh, okay.
One could be just that you're isolated, and another could be any medical condition, but diabetes management, heart conditions, mental conditions. So there are many different reasons.
And I think that's a really important point to make, is that you're a medically based program. It's not like
We are.
child service. You know, it's
That's right.
not like babysitting or anything like that. It's
No.
the medical service that you're doing.
That's right.
Yeah.
And we offer all kinds of activities, including games, crafts, trivia, gardening, all sorts
Yeah, you
of.
said there's an outdoor area where you have
Yeah.
flower boxes and a vegetable garden.
We have a great enclosed patio, and we ask the clients to help out with the gardening, the flowers and tomatoes if they would like to. And we play games out there, and we have been known to have lunch out there too.
Uh-huh, nice.
Because that's another thing, you provide a lunch every day.
We do.
You have a kitchen there, right?
We
It's
do.
all, like,
We have a
home-cooked.
kitchen. We have a dietary support aide who does a wonderful job, and it's a nice hot meal, and that's every single day.
I think that's really important too, because I think that sometimes when folks are living alone and they're kind of isolated, they tend to not want to cook, and so
Yeah, don't eat.
at least one meal of their day, if it can be a nice hot meal, then that's
Absolutely,
that's important.
and they give us feedback, and they
I bet they
like
do.
That's a nice way of saying that.
they like
I
the
bet they
lunches.
do.
Yeah,
That's the one
neat.
thing. If you're on the older end of the spectrum, you tend to not be shy about
Yeah,
giving
the
feedback.
filters, they're
but
sort of,
that's what
filters,
we
yeah.
love about them.
Your filters have faded away a little bit.
They make us laugh.
that's great.
Like when someone comes in, because you mentioned they can come for an hour, they can come for a day. Does it typically start out that people tend to maybe dip their toe in and only come one day a week and then they like it? Or is that kind of what you recommend, or does it case by case?
It's really case by case. Sometimes the caregiver is really wanting to start out full time. That we find that some clients respond better to go slowly and not do that, but everyone's different, and we're pretty flexible with
That's
our
good.
I think
scheduling.
that's really important. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
So I imagine that the other side of this is it creates a safety net for these people that are attending the program, because you get eyes on them all the time.
That's right.
So you can see where they're going as far as their health, and that's so important.
That's
Because
right.
do you ever make outside referrals like to PT or OT or?
Yes, absolutely. We can give referrals and get them from PT, OT, and also our facility is a locked facility, so it is safe. It's many of the clients absolutely love coming to us, and as far as staff goes, we all love them like they're our
Like
family.
their family, right?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's important to emphasize that while like there are different senior centers in town and they do wonderful things, they do some of the same things that you do, the fact that you have that medical, the medical piece to it makes the model a lot more, again, like you said, the bridge between
Yes.
between staying home and then going on to the next level.
And someone who has advanced dementia may not be able to go to a senior center, but they could come to us because we do have that medical oversight.
I would say even somebody that, like, like we were talking before the show, I was saying someone like my mom who wasn't super outgoing or adventurous, and I think the senior center seemed daunting, even though she would have liked the social interaction. Going to more of a facility like yours, you have staff that's going to help her integrate in
Absolutely.
with everybody, because that's kind of your job. You're there to do that. And I think that's a big thing too. I think that she would have I just didn't know about it at the time. Had I known about it at the time, I think she would have loved it. It would have been great for her mental well-being of having that social interaction.
Absolutely, yes. And the downside for us is we get very attached.
Oh, I bet.
And it's hard for us to lose somebody whose family is putting them in a nursing home, or for a number of other reasons, but it's hard for
Yeah.
us.
I'd
'cause
imagine.
We do get very attached to them, and they get attached to us as well.
Sure. Yeah.
Now, I'm just curious, and you may not have the history on it. I just popped in my head. How did the adult day program come about? How did Springfield?
I know they were in a whole different location and it was much smaller, but I don't really know specifics.
Yeah, because it seems I don't know a lot about it, but it seems kind of unique.
Well, there are 11 in the state of
Oh.
Vermont, 11 adult days, and I meet with them once a month
Excuse me.
regularly.
Oh, I did not know that. See,
And we
Yeah,
something
that's
new
another
every
thing,
day.
yeah.
They were learning. That's great. So there's a whole network then.
There
so you can
is.
talk about best practices and
The closest one to us is in Brattleboro. So if someone contacted us with a referral and they lived in Brattleboro,
further
down,
we
yeah.
would say, oh, no, you might want to call this one. They're really close by
Oh,
to you.
that's awesome.
Yeah.
And I also noticed on your I was doing some pre-work and on your website that under all the services that you have a nursing oversight, and that's what you were talking about with the nurses can give the meds. Okay.
And they can do prescribed medications with an order from a doctor, but we also have things like Tylenol, ointments, and different Band-Aids.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's probably an important thing too, because I know, like even when like having to constantly check with my dad and make sure he's taken his meds when he was home, and so knowing that you're bringing him to a place where they're going to do the same thing and make sure that he's taking the meds is super important and comforting to the family, that because it's for folks that have gone through it, that it's hard. It's hard you have that guilt kind of thing that you're having to work. It's like, moms in daycare, kids in daycare, it's the same thing, sort of. And to have a space where they can be safe They can get a hot meal. They can play games outside. They get just a
Yeah.
lot.
It's huge.
That's why I'm floored that
It's
you're not at
huge.
capacity.
I know. Well, we're
working on it.
getting there.
That's why you're here today.
Yes,
Part of it.
exactly.
Part of it.
Exactly.
Right.
Get the word
Exactly.
out. Let people know what's there and
Yeah.
what you guys are doing, and yeah.
What is your full capacity?
We can take up to 50 clients per day.
And you're at
And
what?
right now, we have an average of 18.
18.
So we have a lot of room.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
So you mentioned volunteers. I imagine that would be a rewarding thing for a volunteer to do, is to be in that atmosphere and being
Yes.
a caregiver and taking.
And we can always use volunteers. You have to contact the hospital, and they have paperwork, etc. And once you're approved and that process has been done, then you can come to Adult Day.
Yeah.
Nice.
And we have one gal who's been volunteering for a long time, and she helps out with the crafts. And then we have another one who comes and plays a game called Pekino.
Oh, is that like a card game?
It's similar to bingo.
Oh,
but
okay.
a little bit
okay.
different.
Okay.
Interesting.
And she does that and has a great time with that. And that helps us too, because we have a lot of responsibilities. We also do showers. So we have a schedule for showers, and that takes one of the LNAs off the floor. So if
So,
a
yeah.
volunteer is there,
It really helps carry the load.
Really
yeah.
helps.
That's a huge thing just right there.
Mm-hmm.
Because again, in towns with old housing stock, a lot of
Yes.
homes don't have very convenient shower
Well, they're not
spaces.
safe.
They're not safe
sometimes.
for
Yeah.
folks
And we
to
have
occupy, so
a
that's
safe
good.
one, and LNA is always in there.
Nice. I
with
thought
the
I think I
person.
read you did. You can do hair and sometimes nails and stuff like that too.
Well, we have a setup for a hairdresser.
Oh, you
It's
do?
always been there, and years ago we used to have one, but over the years it's been harder and harder to find a hairdresser.
that wants to do
But
that. Yeah. That's
that
cool.
is a service I would like to offer. And we do nails.
Nice.
Yep. I would like to have a podiatrist come in and do clipping for like diabetics and things like that.
Yeah, that's
So
really important.
So lots of
hopefully
things.
we can offer that.
So back to the volunteers, the question I had was, is there, do volunteers get to kind of set like what they want to do and what times they can come? It's not like
Right.
you work on the commitment level that the volunteer has, okay.
Exactly.
Just want to make sure that people understood it wasn't like you had to
Yep.
sign up for 40 hours
No.
a week.
No, nothing like that. We're a pretty easy bunch to get along with.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
We
is-
love to laugh.
That's good.
We laugh a lot.
That's
It's
a
a
good
happy
thing.
place.
Oh, I bet it is. How does it work with, only because yesterday was a snowy day, how does that work? Do you guys,
We do have snow days. Personally, I love snow days.
I just didn't
I
know,
can't
because it's
blame
probably just very cumbersome to try to get
Well,
everybody there.
Many of them refuse to go out.
Oh, okay, that makes sense,
You
yeah.
know, so then our census drops way down, and does it make sense to stay open? Usually the answer is no. So we make the decision by 6 a.m., let everybody know, and everybody can stay safe.
So was yesterday a snow day?
It was.
I'll bet.
So we're
Yeah.
down, believe it or not, we only have about a minute left. So if you can just remind everybody where you're located and how to contact you.
Yes, we are Springfield Area Adult Day Services, and there is a sign above our door, but it's kind of hard to see. And we are at 266 River Street, right next to the Springfield Pharmacy.
Perfect.
And if we wanted to call you, what would the number be?
802-885-9881.
Is there a tab on the Springfield Hospital webpage, do you know?
There is.
Yeah,
You can
so
go
you
and
could-
look.
That's how I
look
found
up-
all this information. Yeah, there is.
But feel free to call if you have any questions we're
great.
happy to answer them.
Well, thank you for coming
Thank
on,
you.
Shelley.
Thank
It's
you.
been a lot of fun talking to you and meeting
Thank
you.
you.
Hope you'll come back and maybe we can talk again.
I would love to.
Until then, that's it for the feed. We'll see you again.
Bye, community.
Bye, community.
Marty